Well, hey guys, this is Graham from the recordingrevolution.com. Welcome to a quick video tutorial today on bass guitar. Specifically, I want to show you a mixing technique that I use, a lot of other producers use, to get your bass to have a little more punch, a little more warmth, and to have more presence in your mix. And this is really helpful in all kinds of bass scenarios, but a lot of times rock, pop music. This is really going to help that bass guitar stand out. So I'll show you a song I'm working on specifically and show you what I like to call bass fuzz, but I'll show you how I use it. And what I've got here is a bass guitar track, and I've got a bunch of other tracks in this song just hidden. Let's take a quick listen. So real upbeat pop rock feel. And I've got this main bass guitar going on if you just take a listen to it by itself. Nothing too special. It's just a Fender going right into the audio interface. But what I need, other than a little compression and EQ that I've got going on here already, is I want to have a little distortion on the bass. Running it through an amp simulator can help because you can get some fuzz, you can get some grit that your ears perceive as more harmonic information. You go, oh, there's something cool going on. But instead of just taking an extra space on the bass track and putting a distortion plug-in on it, I don't want to just destroy the bass frequencies that are in this raw track. So what I like to do is double it. And will affect only that second track. Okay, this is a common technique. Now, there's two ways you could double it in any DAW. This isn't Pro Tools specific, so this will work for whatever program you're using. You could just completely make a new audio track and drag a complete digital copy and start affecting one other bass right here. But I come from a mentality of don't waste an extra audio track if you can avoid it. And so I like to use sends and aux returns to do the same thing, and I'll show you what I mean. If I've got this track right here, I'm going to go ahead and create an aux track, and I'm going to make it mono. So it's going to basically duplicate what I'm doing on the audio track. And I'm just going to give it a name, bass distortion. And that'll let me know, okay, this is another bass track. This is the one I'm going to affect with the distortion or the fuzz or whatever. And what you'll need to do is route a copy of your bass to this aux track, okay? And we'll do that with the send. So you can do this in the mix window or in the edit window in Pro Tools. And it's very similar in Logic or any other DAW. But basically, you would set the input of this new track to an open bus. Let's go ahead and give it bus 12, and it's a mono bus, and then I'm going to send my bass to bus 12, which is an empty mono bus. Okay, so if I solo both of these and press play, I'm going to start raising the volume of the send, and that should start sending more bass to this track. So you can see the faders, you can see the meters jumping there, and basically the bass got louder because now you're hearing this bass track like normal and a copy that's routed through this aux input, okay? So once you've got that set up, you're good to go. Now what you need to do is start affecting this aux bass track to your liking. Now here's what I like to do. I will come up here and first thing I'll do is put some sort of amp simulator on it. Like you could use Sans amp is really cool for a lot of this fuzz and distortion stuff. And you could start dialing in your own thing. There's a fun preset that I like on the full version of this. It's called Chuck's Bass, and it's just real dirty. Yeah, it sounds horrible, but this is the idea. So you get that mid-rangey, twangy fuzz. You can hear the finger plucking a little bit more. It's kind of gritty. And then what I like to do is just take an EQ after the fact, like a one-band EQ, and what I'm going to do is just put a high-pass filter on it. I'm going to basically take away some of that low-frequency information on this track. So I'll drag it back somewhere in there, 200, 100. It really just depends. I'll use that as a starting point, meaning I'm getting rid of some of the low frequency because I already have that in my natural bass track. And then the idea here is that you dial this down a little bit and dial this down a bit so you don't send as much to it. And you start to get a blend of the two. Clean. Kind of the two together. Let's move along here. Clean. Now, the point of all this is not to just listen to it in solo all day long, but I want you to see what I'm doing. We'll bring it back in context. The idea here is you can play with the two together. You're going to get that fullness of your raw track that's not affected, and you're going to get that distorted track here, and you blend the two together. Now you can go a little bit further with this. Go ahead and add a compressor on the bass distortion track and squash the heck out of it. Reduce all the dynamic range out of this track, and it'll be real present, real fuzzy all the time. And then you blend the two together and you'll keep the dynamics of your original performance plus that extra presence of the distorted one, and you can adjust it to taste for the song or even for the point in the song. You could crank it more in the chorus or dial it back later, and when you're ready you could group these two as one track so you can control them together. But that's just how I would duplicate bass and distort it and add a little bass fuzz to the mix so that your whole song has got a little more punch and a little more grit to it, all right? Hope that was helpful to you guys. Again, this is Graham over at therecordingrevolution.com. Hope you guys are learning a lot. Hope you guys are getting challenged, and hope you guys are making a lot of music. I look forward to hearing your comments, your suggestions, and let me know how you like to use doubling tracks and aux inputs in your sessions. Talk to you guys soon. Take care.